Yeah, hello, my friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all, wherever you are, and the time that you are watching this video. My greetings to you guys. We are going to talk about brick and sorry, we are going to talk about backtesting, backtesting your strategy in order to see how it works. It works for you. Backtesting, if for now the question that you ask is what is backtesting, and then we are saying backtesting refers to looking on the historical data to understand how it works, or looking to the previous chart to see how it works for your strategy, a particular strategy. That is what we mean by backtesting. You know, you are seeing this method of backtesting here in this screen here. I'm giving you these three methods that will help us in backtesting our strategies for us to get a good results in the market. One is define your strategy, two, that is backtest your strategy, and three is record your results. Defining your strategy simple means here is that you have to know the type of strategy that you are willing to use, the type of strategy that you want to use when you are in the live market, or when you are to trade, the type of strategy that you want to use. For example, if you want to use break and retest strategy, support and resistance strategies, or trend breaks or support breaks or break, any strategy that you know, trading with institutions, trading with the institutions, or you want to trade using order blocks. I mean, any strategy that you know in the market, the strategy that you are willing to use. So that is what we mean by that is what we mean by define your strategy. That is what we mean by define your strategy. You finding the strategy that you want to use when you are to trade. And then the second one is what backtest your strategy. This one has already defined itself. Backtest your strategy. Simple means that if you are using um, break and retest strategy, then you need to backtest your strategy to see. For example, if we have our trend going this way, if you have the trend line going this way, and then it comes to break here, and then giving us this retest here and moving down, yeah, you see. So that is it. That is what we mean. So if you are using this kind of strategies, and then you need to backtest this strategy in several times to see how it works previously before you can now put it in the current market and see how it will work for you. That is what we mean by backtesting. And then watching videos or your YouTube videos that you guys used to watch, you know, some of them, or they will say backtest your strategy at least more than 100 times. So you need to backtest your strategy to see how it really works for you. And then my third is record your results. Record your results here simple means that when you define your strategy and then you backtest your strategy, you need to record the results that your backtesting is giving you. How many wins does the strategy give you, and how many losses does the strategy give you? Assuming you backtest 100 times, in that 100, how many wins do you get using that strategy? and how many losses do you get using that strategy. If you get at least, let's say, 80% win 80% wins out of the 100 backtesting, so that means that that strategy is good for you to use. But if you get 80% losses, that means that the strategy is not good for you to use it in that particular market. So that is what we mean by record your results. So record the results that you are getting in your backtesting, your strategy. So now we are going to see how the key things to see in in your strategy. These are some of the key things that I highlighted to tell you some of the things that you need to see in your backtesting. One is what what are the market conditions of your setups? How much do you want to risk? Which time frame are you trading? Which market are you trading? And how will you exit your trade? Let's take it one by one here. What are the market conditions, for example? The market condition simple means that what is the market structure that you are to trade? Is it an uptrend? Is it a downtrend, or is it a sideways market? So that is what we mean by market condition. Let me give you a simple some example using this chart. You can see here the strategy that we defined was break and retest strategy, and then we have backtested this strategy, and now our market condition here is an uptrend. There is an uptrend, and then the uptrend, no, so our market condition is an uptrend, so we are willing to see a break to the downside and retest this low and then go down. So our market condition here is an uptrend market. This is an uptrend market, and we are looking for ways to short to sell. So and this was what we have gotten. So now let's move to the second one. How much do you want to risk? uh, this one, in some cases, the strategy that you are using can really tell you the amount you are to risk, or the percentage, your risk to reward ratio. The strategy that you are using, it can tell you, as we say, risk. If you are to risk, you shouldn't risk more than, let's say, more than 3% uh, of your account, of your trading account, You shouldn't risk more than 3% at least. And then, so sometimes your strategy will tell you the amount that you are to lose. That means that if your strategy is telling you to risk more than that, you don't need to. You understand? You don't need to, because here this strategy is telling us to risk this and then make this based on the strategy. You understand? The way, you know, let me give you some scenario. Someone can be trading break and retest strategy. I can be trading break and retest strategy. But what I am looking inside the market is different from what the other person is looking inside the market. So what we are looking for is different, but the strategy is the same, break and retest. You understand? So there is it. So that's it. The strategy that you use can tell you the amount to risk and to win, and don't risk more than 3% of your account. Okay, then which time frame are you trading? Which time frame are you trading? This one will tell you the time frame that you are trading. It defines the strategy that you use. No, which time frame does the strategy respect? For example, I'm just using the same chart. Yeah, there is Euro USD, and then it's in 4 hours time frame. For example, in this time frame, this strategy has been respecting this time frame. See here. Then let's come here. You see here too. You see it has break and then retest there and go. There is another one. Break here, retest here and go. There is another one. Come break here, retest and go. So you can see that the strategy is respecting 4 hours time frame. It's respecting 4 hours time frame. So the strategy that you use, where the time frame that it works and the market that it works, the strategy really tells you the time frame that you are to use uh, when you are to trade in the current market. So that is why backtesting is very very important. And moreover, the strategy also tells you the market that you are to trade. For example, here this space is Euro USD, and then the strategy is working for us in Euro USD and in 4 hours time frame. That means that the market that we are to use this kind of strategy is Euro USD, and then in the 4 hours time frame that we are to use these setups in order to get a good market to trade and then to make profit out of it. Are you get me? You know, sometimes break and retest can be working. For example, break and retest can be working in this market, Euro USD, but it will not be working in let's say a pound dollar. You understand? Or it will be working in pound dollar but not working in Euro USD, for example, because they are all different market altogether. Break a strategy can be working in Euro USD, but it will not be working in Netherlands yen. You understand? So the strategy that you are using will really define or will tell you the market and then the time frame that you are to use based on your strategy where it works. At least 80%, it should be at least 80% or 70% of it should work for you, 80 or 70% of your back testing. So now we are coming to uh, which market are you trading. I've already said it early on that the market that you are to trade, the strategy that works for you in a particular market, your strategy, it works for you in a particular market. That means that you are using that strategy to trade in that particular market. And that is where I use the example that when the strategy is working for you in Euro USD, then you need to be trading Euro USD with that strategy. You need to be trading Euro USD with that strategy. So that is what I mean. And that is and there is um and this is the market that you are to trade. And then our last point, which is the fifth point, is how will you exit your trade. You understand? How will you exit your trade? How will you exit your trade also comes in that strategy. You see, the reason why backtesting is very very important, because if you backtest, it will tell you not to be too greedy. You understand? It will tell you not to be too greedy. It will tell you where you have to exit when you are right and where you have to exit when you are wrong. Your strategy will tell you that. If you are backtesting, you take all these records and you know the pips that the pips that the market can follow to your strategy, and then the pips that it can go against, so you need to take all these records so that if you are to trade, you will not be too greedy inside the market. For example, in this strategy, let's say tell me to risk this and win this, tell me to risk this and win this. You understand? You can see that my zones, this one, but up to it has just passed the zone here a little bit, some small pips above the zone here, and see our entrance, and there is a zone there. You see it has just passed some small pips ahead the zone. So the strategy will tell you where to exist when you are right and where to exist when you are wrong. So backtesting is very very important. So guys, take notes and then be serious and then try to backtest your strategy that you are working. If you backtest, first I said that this backtesting will help you to draw your trading plan. These are some of the trading plans. It will help you to draw your trading plan and also help you to overcome your emotions, because when you backtest a strategy, you know how the strategy work. It's not now that you are going to be guessing, or will this work or not. You know how it works and you are going to trade according to what the strategy is telling you in that particular market. So if you are trading accordingly, your emotions, you will be able to control your emotions, because you know where to exit when you are right and know where to exit when you are wrong. So you don't have any panic. You will not be having any panic in the market, and then it will help you to control your emotions and psychologies. I hope you get me right. So, and this record taking, knowing the market that you are trading, knowing the strategy that you are trading, knowing where to exit when you are right, and knowing where to exit when you are wrong, all is part of the trading plan. And choosing the markets to trade, all is part of trading. You need to include all into the plan and see what I'm telling you guys right now. Backtesting, that is how I you see how I break it down. And meaning, so if you backtest and you take all this, that means it can help you build a very successful trading plan. Okay, let's move forward, guys. So this was our last point, and now what I want to touch again, as I give you examples, how to backtest. Ask the question: how do you backtest? How do you backtest? That is the question. How do you backtest? So now let's say how to backtest. How to backtest. You know how to backtest. One, you can take note. One, select select the market you want to backtest. Select the market and you want to backtest. For example, I want to backtest Euro USD, and then I have selected the market Euro USD. I have selected the market Euro USD. And then if you select the market, you need to scroll back to the historical data. You need to scroll back to the earlier trend, the earlier time, the earlier chart, the one that happens earlier. You can see this this chart here has been back tested, and you can see these green lines tells me the winning trace, the winning trace. So if I use this strategy and then it goes against me, this line will not be green, I'll turn it to red. So if I finish back testing, i have to I have to count the number of green lines that I have and the number of red lines that I have. The differences will tell me, it will tell me how effective the strategy really works in this market. So select the market you want to backtest and scroll back to the previous chart. Plot your setups. Plot your setups. That is it. If you select the markets that you want to, in my case, I want to trade Euro USD, for example. Um, and then they tell me that I should scroll back to the previous chart, and then I'm scrolling back to the previous chart. You can see here, see there is, so if I scroll back to the previous chart, and then they said I should plot my setups, and then I plot these setups. This you can see there, I mark it wrong because it doesn't go how I want it. Here it should have come, so I didn't take trade here. That's why I mark it wrong. That means I can't take trade there. I only mark it red when I take trade there, and then it goes against me. So if you scroll back like this, and then you put on your setups, you see here, break and retest. So if you plot your setups as I plotted here, for example. So if you plot your setups, Then you now mark your entrance, your stop loss, and your take profit zones. Your entrance, your stop loss, and your take profit zones. You know. So if you plot your setups as I plot, and then you now mark where you enter and where you exit when you are right and where you exit when you are wrong. You understand? If the market respects your strategy, then you now get to know there is what I want to see when when this is what I want to see when I want to enter the market. I have to see this before I enter the market. And if you didn't see that, and then that means that you are not entering the market. This all helps you to control your emotions. So, for example, see this. If this market breaks, I want to see a rejection and a bearish, if it's going downward, and a bearish engulfing candle. So as I see it, I see this, and I see you see this rejection, and it has engulfed this candle. You understand? So you have to I want to put trade there because that is what I want to see. So and then I put trade there, and then it goes on my favor. Let's go to the second one. This is what I want to see. You see, I've seen a rejection here with this engulfing, and I enter the market. And moreover, you can see my zones where I mark. Everybody with the way he or she trades is break and retest. I always mark the last bearish or bullish. You understand this movement before this causing this break. You understand? As I here too, my break and retest and your break and retest can't be the same. So, and then just know how, just backtest and know how it really works for you. So guys, if you really backtest like this, if you backtest, you need to take records, and then you need to take records of your backtesting, and then you can now implement it in the current market. So if you backtest it and you are comfortable with that, you can now forward text it, that is putting it in your current market. If you put it in the current market, you'll see how it will really works for you, and your emotions will be, will be cool for you. You know how you used to be will not be the same thing. How you used to trade when you didn't backtest your market will not be the same thing when you backtest and you are now plotting it into the current market. So guys, that is the end of this lesson. So just try, if you play the video and replay it again, play the video and replay it again, so that you can understand very well, and then put your hands on it. Don't just watch and go away. Please don't watch and go away. Watch and put it into practice. Watch and practice. Practice makes man perfect. If you practice and practice and practice well, Charlie, you'll be perfect. You'll be perfect, and you'll be making profit in the market. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you very much, guys. I may put this in YouTube. Please check the link. I'll put a link below. At I'll put a link below our Telegram free channel, free group, chat group, so that you can join those. You can join the free chat group. It's free chat group. Anything that you have, you can share there. Any question you can ask, and then we'll help you out, and then you get answers from different traders. Thank you, guys. Thank you for your time, and then thank you uh, for listening. Take care. Wish you a good luck in trading and a successful. Goodbye.